सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। छान्दोग्योपनिषद अध्याय 1 मंत्र 15। तिलेषु तैलं दधनीव सर्पिः आपस्रोतस्सु अरणीषु चाग्निः एवमात्मा आत्मनि गृह्यते सौ सत्येनैनं तपसा योऽनुपश्यति। These mantras are describing the presence of Atma, the presence of Paramatma in everything. The divinity is inherent in matter. The divinity does not exist away from matter. Swami Vivekananda once defined religion. What is religion? People have various ideas of religion. If you look into the Western idea of religion, it is different. If you look into the dictionary, what is religion? Belief in a God, belief in God is religion. You will get such definitions in the dictionary. But a Vedanti will laugh at such definitions, because for us, religion is not restricted to a mere belief in a God. It is much more than that. I asked an American lady, what do you understand by the word religion? She says, religion is an organization that controls people in the name of God. That is her understanding. That is what she has seen around her. there is God, and the God has given these commands. You have to subscribe to such and such a faith, follow such and such organization. This is her understanding of religion. But a Vedanti, like Swami Vivekananda, what is his perspective of religion? He says, religion is the manifestation of divinity that is already within. Religion is the manifestation of divinity that is already within us. Within us and within everything. The divinity is hidden in everything. This is the Vedantic vision. Vedantic vision of divinity. It is in you and it is in everything. But unfortunately, it is not manifest in everything. How to make it manifest? How to make the divinity manifest? That is why we need a sadhana. Various disciplines, various forms of rituals, various forms of practices, all are meant for making the divinity manifest. The Upanishad explains it with examples. Tileshu tailam. Tila means ellu, sesame. In sesame seed, there is a taila, oil. You may not see the oil. The oil is not seen, but it is very much there in the seed. And if you squeeze it through proper process, you get the oil. There is a way to extract the oil. Tileshu tailam. Dadhaniva shaktihi. Dadhi means curds. In curd, there is butter. Where is butter in the curd? Everywhere. If you churn it, you get butter. Dadhani sarpihi. Apasrotassu. Srotassu apaha. Srotaha means the underground water source. The underground spring of water. In that there is water. The water is there under the ground. You have to dig it. Dig a well and you find the water. That is why you need a water diviner. He is a diviner. Aranishu chagnihi. In the arani, the wood which is called arani, there is agnihi, there is fire. And the fire is made to manifest through a process of rubbing. Thus, 4 examples are given to drive home the point that the divinity is already within us, but it is hidden. The divinity is within, the divinity is hidden. We can manifest it through proper process. These examples convey these 3 points. Point number 1, the divinity is within. Point number 2, the divinity is hidden, not manifest. And as long as we lead a materialistic approach to life, as long as we have a materialistic approach to life, the divinity is not going to manifest. Therefore, to make the divinity manifest, we need a spiritual approach to life. Number 3, the divinity can be manifested through a proper process. The divinity can be manifested through a proper process, through a proper means. See the second half. Evam atma atmani grihyate asau. Evam, in the same manner, like the 4 examples. Asau atma, the atma. Here, the Shruti has used a pronoun which conveys parokshatva, which conveys remoteness. In English, what are the third person pronouns? He, she, it, they is the third person pronoun. Now, in English, the third person pronoun itself does not convey whether the person is near you or far away from you. He can be here also. He is my friend. He can be here also. He is my guru. He can be here also. Or he can be in America also. But then there is a speciality in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, you don't have a single pronoun like he. Instead of a single pronoun, we have four pronouns. In the place of he, we have four pronouns. Idam, etat, adas, and tad. There are four pronouns. And each pronoun is used with reference to the proximity of the person. If he is very close, you have to use idam. Little closer, not as close, but close. Then we use etat. A little away, then you use adas. And if he is far away in America, remote, paroksha, then we make use of tad. The four pronouns are used considering the distance between you and the third person, between the speaker and the third person. Now here, if you look into the usage of the Shruti, for Atma, the Shruti has used asau. Asau is the third pronoun. Adas. Adas becomes asau through some grammatical process. Means it is far. But Atma can never be far. Atma is most proximate. Because it is your own self. Yet, the Shruti has used the word adas. Asau Atma. Here, the Shruti is conveying something. There is something called paroksha jnana and aparoksha jnana. Paroksha jnana, I think I referred to this in the last session, but let me clarify it further. What is paroksha jnana? When you think Brahman is away from you, Brahman is remote, then it is called paroksha jnana. But afterwards, when you understand the Brahman which you thought remote is not really remote. The Brahman is really not remote. Why? Because it is your own self, your own consciousness. Therefore, it is not remote, it is ever aparoksha. It is the ever shining consciousness. When you understand this, it is called aparoksha jnana. The process of arriving at Brahman, the process of arriving at the knowledge of Brahman involves both paroksha jnana and aparoksha jnana. In the first stage it is paroksha jnana. When the Shruti first introduces Brahman, it introduces as paroksha. There is Brahman. There is Paramatma. This is how the Upanishad first introduces. The introduction happens as a paroksha jnana. Oh, there is a Brahman. What is that Brahman? You get some curiosity. I want to know the Brahman. I want to attain the Brahman. But then, after exposure to Vedanta, you slowly understand Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. If you are Brahman, is Brahman remote? It is not even a centimeter remote. What is the distance between you and Brahman? Zero distance. It is called aparoksha jnana. When we recognize Brahman as a third person, Asti Brahma. Asti means is. When you think Brahman is, it is paroksha jnana. But the is has to become am. Asti should become asmi. Asti is. Asmi is am. I am. Brahma asmi. Then it is aparoksha jnana. The process culminates in aparoksha jnana. Until then it is paroksha jnana. So from the standpoint of a beginner, the Upanishad has used the word asau, that Atma, the Atma which you have heard earlier. There is something called Atma. There is something called Brahman. Where to find it? Where should we go to find the Atma? The Upanishad tells you don't have to go anywhere. You have to find it within. Asau Atma Atmani Grihyate. The Atma is found within yourself. Atmani, within your body, within your mind. See, Atmani Atma Grihyate. Atma is found in the Atma. See how the Atmani Atma. All these are very wonderful usages. If we look into it superficially, it is confusing. Atmani Atma Grihyate. Atma is found in the Atma. Bottle is found in the bottle. It doesn't make any sense. But if we analyze, it is a wonderful usage. Atmani is Saptami Vibhakti. Adhikarana. Adhikarane Saptami. See, Tileshu Tailam Dadhaniva Sarpihi. Everywhere Saptami Vibhakti is there. Seventh case. In Sanskrit, seventh case has the meaning of Adhikarana, a locus. Likewise, in Atma, Atma is found. Here Adhikarana is also Atma. And Adhikartavya. Let me not use the word Adhikarana and Adhikartavya. It is more complex. Let me use a little simpler word. Adhara and Adheya. Adhara and Adheya. Adhara means support. Adheya means supported. Table is Adhar. The bottle is Adheya. Adhara is put in Saptami Vibhakti. And Adheya is the second one, which is put near the Saptami Vibhakti. So how can the same Atma be both Adhara and Adheya? It cannot be. You can't say the table is on the table. Therefore, we should understand here. What is told as Atmani is what we generally understand as Atma. What we generally identify as ourselves. The body, etc. Body, mind. This is what we generally think as myself. Myself. What do we refer to? We refer to this pinda. Pinda means a lump. This is a lump of flesh. This body is nothing but a lump of flesh. That is why Shastra calls it a pinda. This is a pinda. But it has a shape. The lump has a shape. So this pinda we identify as Atma, our popular understanding. But if we look into this pinda, if we inquire in this pinda, there is the real Atma. Atma Grihyate. In this so-called Atma, there is the real Atma, which transcends this body, which transcends this pinda, which transcends this upadhi, the body, mind, everything. Asau Atma, that Atma, Asmin Atmani Grihyate, it is found in this body, mind, sense, as the very illuminer, as the very consciousness. It is found. The next line, next pada, next quarter of the mantra talks about the sadhana for finding the Atma in this body. How can you find the Atma in the body? There are certain sadhana. Satyenainam tapasa yonupashyati. Yaha enam satyena tapasa anupashyati. Satyam, Satya is a sadhana. Without Satya, the Atma cannot be found. One can listen to Vedanta without having Satya. Even those who tell lies can listen to Vedanta. But will it work? It will never work. That is why the Upanishads say, Yesham na jimhamanarutam na maya cheti teshameva brahmalokaha yeshu na jimhamamritam na maya cheti. Those who do not cheat, those who are not crooked, those who do not manipulate, only such people will get the Brahman. Therefore, Satya is a very important sadhana. Satyameva jayati namritam. Satyena pantha vitato devayanaha. Mundakopanishad speaks. Satyameva jayate namritam. Only truth wins. Not anritam, not falsehood, not deceit, not lying. Satyena pantha vitato devayanaha. The path to Ishvara, the path to Deva, Devayanah pantha, Satyena vitataha. It is extended by truth. It becomes available because of truthfulness. There are so many statements which talk about the importance of Satya in the path of moksha. So Satyena, what is Satyena? Bhashyakara writes, यथा भूतहितार्थवचनेन भूतहितेन यथा भूतहितार्थवचनेन. Two criteria are mentioned. Yatha bhuta. Number one, it should be yatha bhuta, as it is. If you distort and tell the fact, it is not satya. And it should be hita. It should be useful to the person. The fact you say should be useful to the listener or to somebody. It should be useful. It should have a purpose. Without purpose, if you say something, it is not relevant. An irrelevant truth is not intended by the word satya. A relevant, useful fact. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about the words. What kind of speech we should, what kind of words we should speak. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. Anudvegakaram vakyam. The words should not disturb the person. It should not disturb the listener. Anudvegakaram. Satyam, it should be truth. And priyahitam, priya and hita, it should be pleasant to the other person. And hitam, it should be beneficial to the person. So satyena, by means of truth, being truthful. Tapasa. So satya is a sadhana. Another sadhana is tapas. Bhashyakara talks about tapas. Manasaschendriyanancha aikagryam paramam tapaha. Tapas. The greatest form of tapas is to keep the manas and indriyas focused. Keeping the mind and senses focused. It is the tapas. And everything that we do, the physical austerities, physical simplicity, a simple living, it is useful in keeping the mind focused. A luxurious life, a life of comforts, a life of luxury may not allow the mind to remain focused. That is why the rishis, the sadhus, they lead a simple life, a life of simple living and high thinking. So tapasa, by means of tapas, anupashyati, anupashyati. One knows the Atma following the Guru Shastra Upadesha. The word anupashyati. Anu means Guru Shastra Upadesham anu. To know the Atma, we need a pramana, a proper means. A proper means to know the Atma. What is the means? What is the pramana? It is Vedanta Vakya. We have no other pramana to know the Atma. We cannot know the Atma through senses, because Atma is not available for senses. Can we know the Atma through intellectual speculations? This gentleman says, I am very intelligent, high IQ. I have studied in the best university in the world. Therefore, I don't need the help of this Guru or Shastra. The Guru is a low IQ person. That is why he is wearing this kind of cloth. I am a high IQ person. That is why I am wearing jeans pant. He is telling, not me. I can use my reasoning and find the Atma, find the truth for myself. The Shastra says it is never possible. However intelligent you are, you cannot find the Atma by intellectual speculation, by reasoning. One can never understand the Atma. That is why the Upanishad says, Naisha tarkena matirapaneya, esha matihi tarkena na apaneya. This knowledge cannot be attained through tarka, through intellectual speculation. There are many philosophers. So many philosophies are there in this world. There are Western philosophies, Indian philosophies, Chinese philosophies. All the philosophies have gone wrong when it comes to the Atma Tattva. No philosophy has arrived at the truth. That is why Shankaracharya says, no philosophical conjecture can arrive at the Atma. All our acharyas logically show this. We have so many books in Vedanta, like Advaita Siddhi, Khandana Khandakhadyam. So many analytical works are written. All these analytical works, through proper reasoning, they demonstrate that no reasoning can arrive at the Atma. Then how to understand the Atma? Finally the Acharyas say, take recourse to the Shastra, take recourse to Vedanta Pramana. That is the only way out. In fact, the use of logic in Vedanta, the main use of logic in Vedanta is to show the limitations of logics. Our Vedanta Acharyas make use of logics. But what is the main use of logics? To show that logics are insufficient. The logics cannot tell you the truth. If logics fail to tell you the truth, then what is the way? Shastra Pramana. Therefore, Shastra, take Shastra as Pramana. Vedanta Vakya is Pramana. It is a time-tested means to self-knowledge. And the Shastra works only when there is a Guru, when it is taught by a Guru. Guru Padishta Vedanta Vakya. The Vedanta Vakya explained by a Guru. Works as a means, works as a pramana to know the truth. Therefore, anupashyati, following the Guru Shastra Upadesha, through the Guru Shastra Upadesha, one becomes aware of the all-pervasive Paramatma. Next, last mantra of this adhyaya. सर्वव्यापिनमात्मानं क्षीरे सर्पिरिवार्पितम् आत्मविद्यातपोमूलम् तद्ब्रह्मोपनिषत्परम् तद्ब्रह्मोपनिषत्परम्. This is a conclusion of the adhyaya. Generally, at the conclusion, the gist of the chapter is presented, is summed up. Atma is sarvavyapi. Sarvavyapinam Atmanam. How Atma is sarvavyapi? How Atma is all-pervasive? An example is reminded. Kshire sarpihi iva. Just like sarpihi, ghee. You can take it as butter or ghee also. How ghee is present in milk. Kshire sarpihi iva arpitam. He is present everywhere. Therefore, Atma is sarvavyapi, all pervasive. Atma vidya tapomulam. The sadhana to know the Atma. Atma vidya tapomulam. The Moola. Moola means the way, the sadhana to know the Atma is Atma vidya tapaha. Atma vidya eva tapaha. Atma vidya itself is tapas. The greatest form of tapas is Atma vidya. There is a section of Taittiriya Upanishad Bhrigu approaches his father Varuna. Bhrigurvai Varunihi Varunam Pitaramupasasara. Bhrigu approaches Varuna, his father, and Bhrigu asks, Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, please teach me Brahman. Then Varuna says, Tapasa Brahma Vijijnasasva. By means of tapas, you have to understand Brahman. Their tapas is nothing but Atma Vichar, inquiring into the Atma. The inquiry is tapas. And the Atma Vidya itself also is tapas. Atma Vidya tapo moolam. So, Atma Vidya is the sadhana to attain Atma. So, Vidya is sadhana. Knowledge is the sadhana. To attain. This means there is no real distance between you and Brahman. The Brahman is hidden only because of ajnana. That is why by means of jnana you are able to attain it. Therefore it is praptasya prapti. You are getting what you already have. The pursuit of Vedanta is praptasya prapti. There are two types of attainments. One is apraptasya prapti, getting what you don't have. It is apraptasya prapti. Something you don't have now and you get it. Perhaps everything in the world, all that we aspire to attain is apraptasya prapti. You don't have money, you work and get money. Apraptasya prapti. You don't have a house, you build a house. It is also apraptasya prapti. You don't have food, you cook and prepare food, apraptasya prapti. In this life, perhaps all that we see is apraptasya prapti. Likewise, when we hear about moksha, we tend to think we have to get moksha. We don't have moksha now. We have to get moksha. And it seems to be very difficult also. How can we get moksha? Even getting a small plot of land is so difficult. Making tea is so difficult. Then how difficult it must be to get moksha. But then the Shruti says, don't think it is difficult. Because it is not apraptasya praptihi. It is praptasya praptihi. It is like finding your glasses. This person is already wearing the glasses. He has to go to office. And he is searching for something. Then his wife asks him, what are you searching for? Then he says, I am searching for my glasses. I am able to see the case, the box, but there is no glass in this. So he is searching inside, outside, everywhere. Then his wife says, I found your glasses. Then he asks, where is it? Where is it? Then she says, you yourself can find it. You look into the mirror. Then he looks into mirror and gets the direct experience of glasses. Then he says, yeah, I found it. Great relief. Because otherwise he was thinking, what will I do? Without glasses, how can I go to office? So, praptasya prapti. He has not really lost it, but he thought it is lost. Likewise, we are never samsaris in reality. Because of ajnana, we think we are samsaris. And when the ajnana is removed, you discover the moksha that is already within. Atma vidya tapo moolam tad brahmopanishad param tad upanishad param. So Atma vidya is the way. How to get Atma vidya? The way to get Atma vidya is Upanishad. Upanishad param. Upanishad pramanakam ityartha. Upanishad is the pramana to know the Atma. Vedanta Vakya is the pramana to know the Atma. Atmanam prapya, discovering such an Atma, samsara muchyate, one becomes free from samsara. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.